I should be looking there or here. Sorry, guys. Oh, this is the reality of life, and sometimes I'm gonna look made up, done up, fresh faced, and sometimes I'm gonna look like this in a grey t-shirt, just looking a mess and working from home. Anyway, let's do the intro first before we get into all of this. Hi, my name is Sandra. I run My Life Coach Sandra, which is the content and coaching platform you are currently on, talking all things anxiety, mindset, living your best life, understanding your mind, understanding the way that you think. Also, you can live your best life, a life that works for you, makes sense, and yeah, just so you can thrive and experience joy. Now, today's video is very spontaneous because normally I'm made up and I would never ever come on the internet or just anywhere publicly with my house hair. And I call this my house hair because it's literally me rolling up, as you just saw, and just having it as it is and not being put together and it being a bit messy. But I am like freshly washed, cleaned, face is freshly, like, skincare is done, even though it might not look like my skincare is done. Whatever, that's a conversation for another day. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and kind of also, and wearing grey, if you see like pit stains or sweat stains, like this is not me. This is not me. It's just grey picks up everything and it just shows everything, which is why I try to reduce how much grey I wear. But recently grey is a colour for me because I'm trying to wear less black. But yeah, anyway, that's just random information. But I wanted to come on here and kind of just show you, not realities, but show you that sometimes life, you will be humbled, or sometimes in life you will just be doing your day-to-day. Sometimes you won't be freshly done. Sometimes you'll just have to throw your hair up and go. Sometimes you'll just have to deal with the hairstyle you have, and sometimes you'll be in between maintenance weeks, or sometimes you'll be in between stages of life and you'll feel really anxious and you'll feel like something's going wrong, or I'm not doing enough, or anyway, you could think and feel all the feelings and you're just like, this just doesn't make any sense, this isn't working, this isn't for me. But understand that it's stages of life, it's moments of life, it's the moment that you're currently in. Tomorrow might be very different, next week might be really different, or the year ahead might be really different. And it's so important to kind of have that mindset shift and know that this is your season. And one of my friends was saying it the other day and saying about like, look, I don't like the season I'm in, or the season I'm currently in is all about all the sacrifices I'm making now for my future self. But I always have to say that sometimes you have to focus on the now and you have to focus on your present self, because you don't know the future you, and the way that you look at the past you is really different to when you were in it. Like the past you, you're probably really proud of, but in the time you're like, I'm frustrated by you. So yeah, I talk about being in the present and being present. And for me, being present is kind of just, even when I'm not perfectly made up, or when I'm not up to my own standards in life. I set my own standards because hello, this is going on the internet. This is on the internet. I'm in a full bun, no edges laid on the internet, which is wild. But I do it because I have to be present, and in this present moment I wanted to film something. I wanted to come back on YouTube because I always do this thing. If I haven't been on YouTube for a while, you'll know by my hairstyle because they change every month. So if I had one style, you know I'm like a month out of filming because I've got a completely new style. So I'm like, no, let me be present. Let me just come on here, film, regardless of what I look like, regardless of how I feel, because life happens. This is what I feel like doing right now, so I'm going to do it right now, and I'm going to film. Although I do have another video already prepped, set, and I just need to film it, and I have all that content. I'm just like, sometimes you just want to come on the internet just to chit chat. And not that I'm chit chatting to anyone, I'm kind of talking to myself, which is, I've been doing that since I was a child. Like my mum says it all the time. But you just want to come on the internet and chit chat and just be normal. But not that normal means not put together or not feeling yourself, but normal just means you being yourself. And if yourself in that moment is this, we're gonna love it and we're gonna embrace it and we're gonna be okay. And if normal is me being put together, oh, actually I've got my nails done. How do I do this? I can show you that. They're really cute. They're normal. And it's not normal for me to have a ring light on or have lighting, but it just made sense just to do lighting in this moment. So I just switched on. I have a mirror that has just a light on it, so I just switched that on rather than getting a whole ring light out, which is what I normally do for YouTube. This time I just switched on my mirror light. But anyway, that's me. That's my normal, like my nails done and stuff. But yeah, even if I just look like this in this moment, like these are my chill clothes. These are me hustling and working clothes. It sounds like I'm rambling, but sometimes you do just need a ramble. Sometimes you do just need to sit there and be like, what does current me need, want, or feel like doing right now? And if you do have the capacity to do it, do it. If you do have the capacity to take some time out and just ask yourself those questions, go for it. But yeah, any other life lessons? In the time I've been away from YouTube, and in the time I've been away from all of my content, in the time I've been away from kind of social media in the sense, I've just been very present in life, and I've just allowed myself to experience life, if that makes sense. I didn't allow it to be content, if that makes sense. Like I just every day I just wake up and I just live life for what it is in that moment. And sometimes, especially when you're like on an anxious journey or a mindset journey, it's so difficult for you to be present or to just allow yourself to live life and not feel as though you have to do a task or you have to be productive. And what does productive actually mean to you? This is such a ramble because I'm really about to just say anything and everything. But in the time I've been away, I've really noticed that I'm most at peace or the most happy if I am being present. Because if I start to think about all the what ifs, what could be's, all those what if questions, that's when you start to really what's the word, really go down like a rabbit hole of things that just aren't good for you. So I try to be present. So in this moment, yes, there's 1,001 things going on in my head and all the things I have to do, but in this moment I wanted to just come on here and film a video and give you not necessarily a life update, because I don't ever feel as though like my life, I don't ever feel as though anything's going on that you need a life update. But if you have any questions, leave them down below. You're completely free to do that and I will answer them. I do love engaging with people that engage in my videos because it's a small community which will grow, which I would love for it to grow. But for now, while it's a small community, I feel, you know, like we're close enough. Like ask me anything, I'll answer. I don't mind because there's not too many people, so then we can just chit chat. But yeah, I'm also, what else am I going to think? I'm also trying to think about like, why haven't I been present online? And the cliche thing is, it's really difficult to grow online when you just are trying to grow as a human being. And I'll say that to say, like, I want to live my life. I want to figure out what I enjoy, what I want to do, and how I want to do it. Although coaching is very much a big part of it, but I also have to figure out my path within coaching. Like, what kind of coach am I? How do I want to coach? How do I want to speak to people? So navigating that and creating content is sometimes hard when you don't know what that content is or should be. And sometimes you do know what that content is and what it should be, but then you're like, gosh, I've got to now do it and commit to it. So I've just got to stick to that. So that's a level of honesty that, look, even your coach sometimes is a bit all over the place, and that's okay. And yeah, so I don't know what else. This is the first time you're actually seeing, sometimes I filmed on my bed before, but this is the first time you're seeing my whole spiel, my whole background. I can't remember where my bed is from. That mirror here is from IKEA. This side table, which I absolutely love, this little thing on the side table actually is from Sainsbury's, and it was on sale and I was like, oh, I want that. And then the actual side table, which you actually can't see, it's like stone effect, is from, where's it from? Asda. Let me tell you, Asda was the only place, can you imagine, out of all the home goods shops, out of all the places you can buy side tables, Asda was the one that didn't let me down. Can you imagine? Anyway, this bedding, this is actually, this big thing is so good. It's from Costco. These pillows, I think that's Primark. I think that was Primark. But yeah, all that's on my bedding. But I'm very plain. Let me know what I should put on my walls. I actually don't have any like artwork or anything fancy. Sometimes people say my room is like somewhere like you would like keep someone and just like a prison because it's just so white. There's just nothing on the walls. But I might change that. Anyway, that was me rambling. That was a live update. When's the last time I was on YouTube? I think the last time I was on YouTube I was 27. I still am 27. I think that's when I made a YouTube video. The next video coming up, I think it's going to talk about work anxiety and overcoming any Sunday scaries, overcoming any Sunday scaries, understanding how you can thrive through work and how you can make work for you. And yeah, I think that's it. It was just like a quick update, but yeah, my videos always are really like to the point and concise. But the point of this was to show you that you can also just show up as you are, like hair rolled up, looking a mess. And yes, I might look crazy. And I don't even know if I upload this, but it's just to show you that sometimes in that moment when you have like a light bulb idea or a thought process, just that's what it was. So I watched a podcast. See, this is how my brain works. I watched a podcast or something on YouTube, and it was the lady, I can't remember her name. It was the lady behind Good American, Skims, Safely, and all of that stuff. I think something Greer is her last name. I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm not going to say. But she spoke about like just executing things in the moment, just so you don't procrastinate, just so you don't feel overwhelmed. And I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, today, damn, I need to film a YouTube video. I want to film a YouTube video, and also I need to film a YouTube video, because what about the people that, you know, rely on the videos for support, guidance, understanding, and here I am not doing it. So I was like, do you know what? Light bulb moment came to my head, I need to film a video. Let me just film it. Let me just film life updates, because this is me, this is current present me, and sometimes you need to see what your coaches are like on a day-to-day basis, so you know that people are human, and know that a lot of things are attainable and you can do a lot of things. Currently, right now, I am manifesting a new position, I am manifesting a new salary, and I'm saying it out loud because I need it to happen, and I need, you know, things to happen. And this is also the reality that I also work and I coach, because it's two things that allow me to fill my cup and also do something that keeps my, you know, my brain functioning and interacting with different people. So yeah, that's something that I'm currently manifesting. It's a little bit hard, but I've given myself until the end of July, so I might give you a life update on that. So yeah, I just wanted to come here and be present and just execute an idea straight away in the moment. And you can do it too, because sometimes that's a great way to just curb any anxious feelings that you might have, to just nip it in the bud like this and just go straight, just go for it. So that's a good takeaway. We can take that away from today's video, that if you're feeling anxious or feeling just some tingly feelings towards something that you have to do or need to do, and if you have that moment of creativity or moment of energy or that spark to just do it then and there, because then the anxiety can't creep up, because you haven't given it time to settle or get comfortable and creep up. Actually, that's a life update that I actually watched Inside Out 2 in the cinema, and it was, oh my gosh, I cried at the end of it, because I'm even getting emotional now, because it's so, for a lot of people in a lot of years, especially your mindset shifting throughout your like teenage years, like just life generally, it's going to keep shifting. There's this negative connotation with our emotions and our feelings, and specifically with being anxious or having anxious feelings. And we have to remember that it's something our body has learned and has thought that is a good idea for us in order to protect us. And when I watched that movie, and in a way this is a spoiler, but I hope you guys have watched it at this point, that anxiety never intentionally meant any harm. Like, that was one of the most beautiful things to take away from it, that anxiety doesn't mean to cause you harm. It doesn't mean to lead toward panic attacks. It doesn't mean to lead you to a space where you don't recognize yourself anymore. Its original intention was to protect you, and was to help you, and was to guide you. And when it gets out of control or out of hand, that's when it gets to a point that it's having the opposite effect. It's not helping you, it's not protecting you, it's not benefiting you. In fact, it's kind of taking away every bit of spark that you have. And the importance from that movie I took is why you have to incorporate joy in every transition and stage of your life, because joy allows you to find an equilibrium. It doesn't mean those things don't exist anymore, and in the movie we didn't get rid of anxiety and just get it out of our head or throw it away or try and hide the bad things that we didn't like. We incorporated it into our life with joy at, you know, the center of it, and joy in control, because all those things are important. Sometimes we do need to be nonchalant, sometimes we do need to be awkward because we're in a new space, and sometimes we do need to be sometimes we do need to be sad, and sometimes we do need to be angry, and it's so important to incorporate all of those feelings. So I really appreciate the movie, and it was so sweet, and I hope there's another one. I hope we continue to have more feelings, or more movies with new feelings and emotions. But yeah, I really liked the outlook of that movie. So yeah, that's my takeaway. But thank you so much for kind of sticking with me this far. It was just a ramble chat video, but I thought it was important to do. But yeah, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Okay, bye.